Welcome to Hear No Movie, See No Movie.
A podcast where one host watches a movie with no sound and the other listens to it with no picture.
I'm your host, Evan Duncan, and this
What?
week I...
That hurt my head. No, you're Hunter. You are Hunter. I'm Evan. We agreed on this.
I'm your host, Hunter Diaz, and this week I watched Harold and Kumar go to or went to?
Go to.
Go to White Castle.
I believe go to. Went to sounds weird. That
Well, I
doesn't
watched
sound
them
like
go
prayer.
there.
And now they went there.
Yeah, but now it's I watched them I watched them go there.
You watched when they went there.
Yeah, I was watching when they went to White Castle.
And I listened to when they went to White Castle.
Ah.
Yeah. I do know the actors' names in this movie.
I know Jonathan Cho.
Okay, that's Harold.
Is
right?
Harold. The guy from House is Kumar.
He's from House?
Yeah.
I just know him from How I Met Your Mother.
Oh yeah, he was in House.
Yeah. And that's Kumar.
He's Kumar.
Kumar Patel. I got his full name.
Oh wow, look at you.
Yeah. Full name.
That's it. I think that's all I know.
That's probably the first time we've ever gotten a full name. So Harold and Kumar is a fucking...
Okay.
What'd you do?
I pushed the table. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
It's a comedy, came out in 2004, I
But
believe.
you watched it.
If I saw it?
Oh wait, we said this.
You watched it.
I watched it. You listened. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was here.
Were you?
I was right here.
I had a blindfold on, so now I'm starting to question
Oh my
things.
god, I should totally do that to you one time.
Just like disappear.
Just go.
I've always wanted to do that when we were doing this without watching each other, without like being in the same room with each other. Just like, I mean, we've always talked about this. Just like one of us not doing it, just showing up and not having the movie watched.
And just being like, yeah, I didn't get much.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't get a lot. Oh my god! And then we could only do that though if we had another person who has watched the movie.
Yeah.
Because then it would just be nothing. It'd be all over the place. Kind of like this podcast already is though.
That's
so,
true.
All right, so we start off with we got our two main dudes, Harold, and you guessed it, Kumar.
Kumar. Harold is a finance guy.
Yeah, he works in like an office or something. He's always getting like the tailpipe of things.
He's always getting in the tailpipe.
Yeah. And then Kumar is constantly going on interviews to be a doctor, but he doesn't want to be a doctor.
But he is a doctor. He's a surgeon.
No, he's not.
Well, he performs surgery.
He does.
Okay.
The thing, he went to medical school and everything, and like, but he doesn't want to be a doctor. He only went to medical school so his dad would shut up.
Well, he is a doctor in house. Yeah.
Well, how about that? Well, and not in this house.
Not in this house.
This house, he's Kumar, and all he wants to do is smoke dope all day and unimpress his father.
Unimpressive. Depress.
Yeah.
He wants to depress his dad.
He wants to depress his dad. So, how much of this movie do you feel like you got?
I mean, the movie is very basic. It's Harold and
All
Kumar
comedies are.
go to White Castle. It was like Vacation.
It was
you know?
exactly like Vacation.
Yeah,
it was so much like Vacation. I had to sit here and take notes of like where they go each time so we don't get in a similar argument. Like last time.
During Vacation.
Last time in Vacation, if you haven't listened to that episode,
Give it a listen.
Yeah, in Vacation, we get into it because we can't figure out where we are because it's one of those like road trip movies.
Yeah.
So you start to lose track of where you are, especially when you're only listening or watching. And so things got a little heated that episode, safe to say.
That was a good one.
So this time, I want to prevent the heat, prevent the fire.
Turn on the AC.
I turned on the AC. I wrote down notes each individual time, which I hope we could both agree on.
Okay, good, because it was kind of scattered all over the place.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. Halfway through, I was like, "This is kind of like this. It's an adventure movie."
And I like how we both had different outlooks, because I was sitting here and I was like, "Oh, cool, I want to take notes, but we're doing this new thing now where we can't pause it." And I was like, "All right, we'll just fight about it."
We'll just fight about it. That's the exact opposite. That's how I used to think. I was like, "All right, let's just fight about it."
Yeah, I was like, "All right, well, I guess we're just gonna have a fight about it."
Yeah, yeah. No, I got it all mapped out, laid out for us. I still feel like we're probably gonna fight about it because we always do about these things. Okay, so Harold and Kumar starts off. It sets up the characters. You kind of start to see that they're stoners and that they just want to.
Yeah, Harold. It opens up like with Harold like quite obviously getting shit from his bosses.
Yeah, Harold's getting shit. Basically, it's not even his bosses; it's his other coworkers. His other coworkers are coming to him because he's the new guy, and they're like,
He's new. I didn't know.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh, I got something come up this weekend. I need you to take care of this, like, forms and stuff. I wouldn't want to go to the boss and tell him that you're slacking, your new guy's slacking.
Oh, shit.
So they're treating him like he's getting the tailpipe and shit.
Right.
And so he hates his job, and so he has to do this. And that's kind of like the whole, that's like underlining the whole story. It's like Harold needs to get this work done. That's why, like, he takes his laptop with him throughout the whole journey.
Oh.
He, like, needs to get this work done.
Okay.
And then Kumar, on the other hand, he goes out and, like, the way we get introduced to him is at, like, a job interview. And he, like, picks up Harold's phone call in the middle of the job interview. And it's so funny because, like, he's giving such a good interview. He's like, oh, yeah, I could do this and that. And, like, to treat pancreatitis cancer or whatever, I do this and that. And he gets a phone call. He's like, yo, dude, what's up? And he's just like, dude, we're going to get fucked up tonight, all right? He's like, we got to smoke a lot. We're going to get fucking out of our minds. And he just, like, goes out of the blue.
That's funny.
And then the other dude's like, now why would I hire you after you just made a fool of yourself like that? And he's like, honestly, I don't really want this job. It's just like, I don't care to have this job.
Yeah, I had no idea what he did at the beginning. But I guess it's just nothing.
What?
I guess it's just nothing.
Yeah, he doesn't really do anything. He just got out of med school, and then he's a really smart doctor. He's, like, really good at it, but he just doesn't want to do it because he feels like he's being forced into it.
Gotcha.
Also, this movie touches on a lot of themes. Like, a lot of themes get touched on in this movie. And for a comedy, I was really surprised.
Really?
Like, for instance, the whole, like, theme of, like, parents forcing their kids to go down one career. Like, already, that's, like... And he's, like, resenting it and doesn't want to do it.
Does that also happen to Harold?
Not to
I
Harold,
didn't get that at all.
No, not to Harold, but, like, to Kumar. That's, like, his...
I thought Kumar was a really good doctor. And was like, oh, yeah, but on my days off, I like to smoke a lot of pot.
Yeah, no, he's just not even a doctor.
Oh.
And still likes to smoke a lot of pot.
But that brings me a question later on.
I know.
Yeah.
I know what scene you're talking about. So then we get to, like, the smoke session. They're smoking on, like, a Friday night.
Yeah, so, like, Harold's at work, and he calls Kumar, and then they start smoking. Are they roommates as well?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they're roommates, but
they were roommates.
And they were roommates.
Yeah, they were totally roommates.
Oh, R.I.P. Vine. Remember that Vine? And they were roommates.
No.
That Vine? You never seen that Vine before?
No.
Man, I'm sure, like, half our audience has, and the other half hasn't. So the half that has...
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this is...
welcome to the comedy.
Yeah, they were totally roommates.
I mean, they could have been.
Yeah. I thought you wrote everything down.
I wrote where they went down. Like, literally, it's one word.
Did they go to their apartment?
The first thing is smoke.
They're not roommates. They're not roommates. But it's Harold's apartment.
It is Harold's apartment.
Okay.
I know that for sure.
Well, if you knew that.
Well, I could have been Harold and Kumar's apartment.
Okay, gotcha.
I just knew it was definitely Harold.
And Kumar.
Yeah, it was just definitely Harold's. Those are just random dudes.
Gotcha.
It was one of them.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so they smoke and they end up, as you do, as I've heard when you smoke. I mean, I don't know what. I mean, you smoke and then apparently you get hungry. I don't know. I've heard the kids call it munchies.
They're watching TV. And a commercial for White Castle comes on.
Well, they get hungry before that, and they're like, "Oh, let's just go to, like, McDonald's or something." I'm like, no, I want something different. I want something exquisite. And then the White Castle commercial comes on.
Oh, okay.
And then they go, "That's it. Let's go to White Castle."
They're watching TV, and a commercial for, like, an anti-marijuana commercial comes on, and it's like these two kids, and, like, they're smoking, and, like, one of them just hands a kid a joint, and he, like, hits it, and then he takes one hit and he hands it back to his friend, and he just gets up, goes into a gun cabinet, pulls out a shotgun, he goes, ha, ha, and then it just puts it in his mouth and just goes, "Marijuana kills."
What the hell?
But, like, Harold and Kumar are sitting there on the couch, like, laughing the whole time.
Oh my god, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it was funny.
It's like that, you ever seen that commercial with, like, "This is your brain on dope" or something? It's like a fried egg.
No.
It's like an old commercial. Apparently it was, like, I don't know, it was very effective. But it was just like an egg. They, like, cracked an egg on a pan. And then all the commercial was. You crack an egg on a pan, and then you see the egg start to fry. And then words come up, and it was just like, "This is your brain on dope."
Oh, damn. I've seen the "This is your brain on drugs" stuff.
Yeah, that was one. I can't believe you haven't seen that one. That was, like, one of the biggest ones.
I'm in a I'm in like this is how you suffer from, this is what it looks like when you suffer from addiction. I'm that guy in Rhode Island, and like this like weird like thing in Rhode Island. I did this commercial last year.
Oh my god! Oh yeah.
So, and they were like, "Do you want to do this PSA?" And I was like, yeah. And they were like, "All right, yeah." So it was gonna be more about being friendly with everyone, but now we need you to like, it's all about like suffering from addiction. So you can either improv talking about suffering from addiction, or we have a piece written out for you. And I was like, let's do both, like see what happens.
Yeah.
And I'm like still waiting for that call from somebody where it's just like, hey man, how you been?
Yeah, how you doing?
Just thought I'd check up on you. It's been a little while.
You good? You good, bro?
Yeah.
Damn. So now they have the idea to go to White Castle.
Which, now, I'm pretty sure they live in Hoboken.
Yeah, you're right. They live out in New Jersey. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, they live in Hoboken.
Because they say at one point, like, oh my god, Secaucus, let's not go there.
Yeah, they're in Jersey because I recognize all the town names.
We lived in Jersey for a while, for those who didn't know, a year.
You said that like it was a good thing.
It sucked. It did. I was going to build it up, and I was going to buttercup that and build it up, but you made me, I didn't want to shit on the city, but yeah, no, fuck you, Jersey City. That was horrible.
All right, I mean, don't say that. I will say, though, that it wasn't for me.
It wasn't for me?
Yeah.
You went the complete, okay, you went the more respectable route.
Yeah.
Fine.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah, so they're in Hoboken, and they decide to go to White Castle, and I'm like, cool, they're probably just going to, like, walk to White Castle. Because Hoboken is tiny.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And they get in their car, and the whole movie is like that. That is the entire hour and 40-minute long movie.
Hour and 27.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Of them driving to a White Castle, which, if they're in fucking Hoboken, I guess it was in, like, Philly? I don't fucking know.
They said where it was. I don't remember where it was. They did say it was 45 minutes away. So, originally, Kumar was like, oh, I know White Castle. It's in the strip mall. And then they go to the strip mall. And then it's a different burger joint.
It's a burger shack.
Yeah, burger shack. And it's a weird dude working it. And the dude tells them, like...
It's hilarious.
The dude tells them, like, you don't want a burger here. We just put a lot of semen in the burger. And he was like, yeah, horse semen. Don't worry, though. Like, he was just, like, so weird.
It was so funny. I thought that they, like, didn't have a White Castle near them. So they decided to go to this place. And they go and they ask the guy, like, hey, is this like White Castle? And the guy got like super offended. So he like started throwing shit. Like, you think if this was like White Castle, I'd be working? Like, he was like throwing shit and everything. And then he was like offended that like a Burger Shack burger wasn't as good as a White Castle burger. And he's like throwing shit and everything. And he's like yelling at Harold Kumar. And then he comes like back into the window and he like leans and he's all happy and everything. I was like, oh, I guess they're gonna go here.
My conversation was way different. Mine was that they went to their... I know Kumar went and asked. He's like, hey, there used to be a White Castle here. What happened to it? Where'd it go? And then the dude like told him like, oh, that closed down for 4 years ago. We're a Burger Shack now. Huh. In my version, he was very respectful.
Dude, at one point he does start throwing things.
I know.
At one point he like runs in the back. He like rips the shelves down. He's like throwing shit. And I was like, what?
I heard something. I didn't know he was throwing something.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, so then that dude actually tells them, well, the nearest White Castle is 40 minutes away. And then Kumar, in that moment, convinces Harold to go. Kumar is more so like the leading person in the friendship. He's the one who's like, let's do this, let's do that.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a job.
Right, and he's more like, this is his life. This is his adventure.
Exactly.
And Harold's like, I need to get this work done. And so Kumar's like, let's go to White Castle. And finally Harold agrees. And then even the dude's like, smart move. White Castle's worth it. So like... And then they drive off, and now they're on the road. All right, now hold on. Let me check my handy dandy notebook here. So now we get to they go to like a college.
They go to Princeton.
Princeton.
So they stop there because they meet with.
Wait, why do you think they stopped there? What was their purpose for stopping there?
Harold's girlfriend, and then Kumar also decided to go get weed.
Yes and no. Yeah, I mean you're right. They needed more weed because they realized that White Castle wouldn't taste as good if they weren't super baked. So the only way to do that
I've
is
actually
to go.
never had White Castle.
I've actually never had weed, so I mean, what a coincidence that this is. We complete each other for this movie. So what it is this girl is actually obsessed with Harold, and Harold does not like this girl.
Yeah, I thought it was his girlfriend that he was like getting ready to break up with. Yeah, because she like keeps grabbing his arm and like literally clinging to him and shit.
Thing is though, is Kumar knows that because she's out of college, she has to have the hookup to weed. So Kumar convinces Harold to go to this college so they can get more weed.
So then the weird thing is, Harold goes to like this group of just Asian people.
Yeah, it's like this weird study group thing.
And I was like, oh, but then he's like giving a Q&A. He's like giving a talk back. Yeah. And I was like, what is happening?
So he works at a firm.
Okay.
And the firm that he works at is really a big firm.
Oh.
And so everybody's like, oh my God, you work there? Can you give me a recommendation? What's it like? What was your first day like?
Yeah, I was sitting there trying to think like, oh, is he famous? No one's recognized him up until this point.
Yeah.
And then I was like, is this girl his girlfriend or is she like his big fan? And I was like, I just don't get this at all.
Yeah, so they were like asking him like, can you give me a recommendation? That's such a great place. I'm doing the same business degree that you're doing, etc., etc.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Kumar meets this dude who like sells him weed for $80 for like a fucking gram, like a ridiculous amount.
Yeah, so then Kumar meets this like random dude who kind of looks like a sketchier version of you.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. And he's like wearing like, it was like, oh, okay, cool, we need to tick the stoner boxes. He's like wearing a drug rug. He has like a like raggy backpack and he's like holding a like book.
Yeah.
You know? And he's like wearing baggy jeans.
In case you need to be reminded, he's in college. He has the book.
He smokes weed and is in college. Yeah.
Exactly. Drug rug book. Done.
And yeah, so then Kumar goes to buy weed from him, and then
it was expensive weed, and the dude was like, "I'm a businessman, you know, like I know weed like this usually goes for like 40, but I'm upping it because people here will spend anything because I'm their only connection. Is you want the weed or not?" And
I assume that they graduated from Princeton.
I think Harold did.
Harold did. Okay.
Kumar did not. I don't know if Kumar did. I don't know. They never said really where Kumar went to school.
Got it.
But then Kumar meets these twins who will be referred to throughout the movie, actually, as the diarrhea twins.
Oh, wait, they might be the douchebags.
It's two girls.
Oh.
Yeah. And they were like, oh, you got weed? Let's hook up. And then they go to like, then Kumar for some reason ends up in the they hide in the bathroom, Harold and Kumar at one point.
The security watches Kumar buy weed from them.
That's right, yeah.
So they're chasing Kumar throughout as Harold runs into him. As Harold like finishes doing his Q&A.
Yeah.
Kumar runs up and is like, they start running away from the police and they run into the ladies' bathroom. Right,
yeah, they go to the ladies' bathroom and then the two twins come in and then they're just like talking or whatever at the the mirror or whatever. Then they both go to the bathrooms next to them, I presume.
Yeah, so they went into one stall, Harold and Kumar, and then the twins went into each of the adjoining stalls.
Oh my God! And they just start having. It was the worst thing to listen to.
Dude, I was watching it. And I was like, "This is pretty funny."
It was
because Harold and Kumar are like standing on the toilet, so no one can see there's two people in there.
Yeah.
And then you just see these girls like making their like dookie faces. You know, they're just like sitting there like.
Yeah, you know what they said.
They even get up. They even like elevate themselves. Like,
dude, I heard all of it. I heard everything. I heard you ever like hear the echo of a toilet bowel movement? It's not pleasant. It's not, and especially coming from ladies.
As opposed to a non-toilet bowel movement?
No, a non-echo toilet bowel movement.
When it echoes. Like a carpeted toilet that doesn't echo, just has like better acoustics.
Exactly. A carpeted toilet would be the worst thing in the world. Talk about the worst Shark Tank episode.
Oh, dude.
In the world.
Good evening, sharks.
Good evening. As we all know, the bowel movement echo.
My wife and I have suffered for years.
These two twins go in the stalls and go, "Hey, do you want to play our game?"
I have IBS, and every time I take a loud dump, my wife doesn't want to love me anymore. So that's why I present to you carpeted toilet.
Carpeted toilet.
It's like some guy who doesn't know how to present. He's like, "Good evening, sharks." Good evening. I have irritable bowel syndrome.
Just like the jesters where he can't move and speak at the same time. So it's like, good evening, sharks. Jesters.
Fucking Lori is sitting there and she's just like, I love it. I think this is a great idea, you know. all of the elderly people that watch QVC all day are gonna eat this right up.
They're gonna eat this, and I have those connections.
I have those connections.
Look, me and Hunter have been watching the shit out of Shark Tank.
There's nothing. I'm running out of things to watch. I haven't left my apartment in 23 days.
You actually haven't left your apartment. Like, I leave my apartment, or our apartment. I leave our apartment to go grocery shopping, and like, but you like get your groceries delivered. Like,
you say that, and I sound like a snob. But yeah, I haven't.
Well, I mean, no. You're being smart and ethical about it.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I don't know. I don't know why I don't get my groceries delivered. To be honest, I just like it's one of those things I like to do by myself, I guess. But I mean, damn, dude. I mean, you really haven't left. I mean, we have it on the fridge. Is that an upside down G for 36?
Yeah, we don't have a 6.
So it's an upside down G is what he put. I mean, it works.
Yeah, look, you thought it was a 6 until now.
Yeah, until I looked thoroughly. You could probably spell 6 with the letters on the fridge.
I know, but this got a laugh.
Fair. Can't argue with that. Okay, yeah. So I mean, in what 36 days?
I have been isolating for 36 days, but I haven't left the apartment in like 20. It's at very minimum 21 days.
Yeah, so what's that, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
3 weeks with never... I mean, well, you can sit out the fire escape, though. And
yeah, I sit on the fire escape, and I do go downstairs to pick up my deliveries.
But that's it.
Yeah.
What else do you get delivered here, Hunter?
Booze. I get a lot of booze delivered.
A lot of booze delivered here. So much so that the guy who delivers the booze knows you.
He said to me,
you are on a first-name basis with the dude who delivers your alcohol now.
This was a real thing that happened. There are millions of delivery drivers in New York City. And they are the backbone, as we have learned. Mm. But I ordered booze, and this guy came and delivered it. And there's no grocery bags in New York.
Yeah, no plastic grocery bags.
So he came up to me and he was like, hey, I don't have a grocery bag. Do you need to go up and grab a bag? And I was like, no, I'll just carry it. So I was like stumbling upstairs with all this booze and shit. I came downstairs, not like 5 days later, when I ordered booze again, and the same guy, I opened the door, he turns around and goes, Hunter, you bring a bag this time? I just went, no.
Of course you did.
I fucking didn't, too. So I looked, not only do I look like I have a problem, but I also look like an idiot.
Yeah.
And I just went, nah, man. So he came upstairs with me and brought it up here. He's awesome.
He's awesome. Well, I'm glad you got a personal relationship with your delivery driver.
He did try to fucking high five me with his dirty ass gloves, and I was just like,
that was weird. Don't high five people right now. It's not a high five environment that we.
Thank you, dude.
No, put your hand down. I'm not high fiving you. That goes against everything that we stand for. I mean, actually, me and you could. I mean, we've been.
Yeah.
We are together, you know, like this whole time.
Don't say that.
We are together.
We are in the same vicinity.
Why don't you let me flirt with you? Okay, so back to Kumar.
On camera.
Back to Kumar and Harold.
Yeah, Kumar.
Because there's so much that's still. Oh my god.
So.
There's so much that happens. Okay, we got to start rapid firing some of these events.
All right, so then they go from the. Oh wait, so then there's also because they run into the diarrhea twins. The diarrhea twins fucking blow up the toilets.
Yeah.
Huge explosive poops, and from the explosive poops, Harold and Kumar are in there gagging. Yeah. And Harold is holding onto the weed during the explosive poops.
Oh yeah.
And he, while gagging, drops all the weed into the toilet. So now they need more weed.
Yeah, now they need more weed.
Again.
So then they're in the car. Don't they get a raccoon in the car or something?
Yes. Wait, no. So they're driving and they end up driving off of the road one of 3 times.
Yeah.
And they have their friends come and pick them up. And their friends also brought them weed, I believe. And then from there, they go to a gas station.
No, they go to a hospital.
Yeah. Oh. No fucking idea why. Also, they
go to the hospital to get weed. They think that they can go to the hospital and get medical marijuana. No, they go to the hospital because there was a raccoon in the car. The raccoon scratched Harold. Harold was so convinced that he had rabies that he needed to go to the hospital. They went to the hospital and found out he didn't have rabies. While they were there, Kumar went, I'm going to get medical marijuana. So then they put on lab coats and stuff to go sneak in and get the medical marijuana. But then a patient comes in on a table who's almost dying, and they're like, doctor, we need you, talking to Kumar. Luckily, Kumar knows what to do. Kind of. Immediately he goes, okay, first off, I'm gonna need like 2 pounds of marijuana. We're gonna sedate him on marijuana. And the dude was like, we don't have marijuana in this hospital. And then immediately Kumar's like, well, fuck it. He's like, well then, and he's like, whatever.
Oh my gosh.
And then the nurse or whatever is like, no, well, what are we gonna do? He's dying, we need you. And then Kumar like steps up and is like, well, I've been to medical school, so I actually do know what to do. And steps up and like saves the dude. And he like saves him.
Not at all what I thought happened.
Saves him in a way that's like different than like what the nurse was thinking he was gonna do as well. And the nurse was like,
the nurse
very
who
smart.
is the poor man's Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds.
Really?
It is.
How did I know that? I mean, that was a good description.
Yeah.
That was a good way to say it.
The poor man's Ryan Gosling.
Wow, Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, this movie's littered with like celebrities back and forth.
Yeah, because there was Ryan Reynolds, and then there was.
We'll get there.
And Jonathan Cho and the guy from House.
Yeah, exactly.
And so.
So then they yeah.
What I thought had happened.
What would you think happened?
Was they got the raccoon thing happened, and then they go to the hospital for it. But Kumar is like, don't worry, I'll take you to my work.
Yeah, because you think he's a doctor.
Yeah, we can bypass like the waiting in the emergency room.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about everyone with the COVID. And they go straight in, get him checked, and he's fine. And while they're there, Ryan Reynolds runs in and is like, Kumar, I heard you were here, blah, blah. Like, this guy is under, and he just got shot. It was a guy who was shot, I believe, with a shotgun. Okay. And he was like, this guy just got shot, blah, blah, blah. You're the only doctor who can fix it. And Kumar was like, acting all humble, like, all right, yeah, I'll go in there and I'll do it, blah, blah. And they just go in, and Jonathan Cho is like with him as his guest. So they make him come into the room too. Oh. And he has no idea what to do. And so that was kind of like the whole bit was like Kumar's like the best doctor, but he made his friend come with him.
Oh my God. Meanwhile, he's just trying to get weed.
Yeah, wow, I did not get that.
Damn, that's crazy. Okay, so they leave the hospital, no weed. As they're leaving, they end up blowing a tire. And
this whole time, by the way, there are these guys who live in Hoboken who kind of like bully.
Yeah, they're like harassers.
Yeah, everybody. And I just was referring to them as like the douchebags.
Yeah, that's actually what I refer to them as.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, the douchebags.
And like we keep seeing them throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Just like a clip. Like they never get into a fight with Harold and Kumar or anything.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't until later. But
and another thing I skipped over.
Smart.
My apologies. At the beginning of the movie, when Harold is coming home to meet with Kumar, he runs into a hot girl in the elevator.
Oh yeah, that's like the love story.
And I just called her the girl from 2A.
Her name's Maria.
Oh, Maria. And so
Maria, yeah.
Yeah, so Harold has a thing for Maria, and he keeps wanting to I thought instead of wanting to get his work done, he wanted to go back to try and flirt with Maria.
Harold at the beginning of the movie knew that he had zero confidence and knew that he would never ever get a chance to have Maria, and that his best part of his days is when the timelines link up and he gets to be in the elevator with her, and that's the only time he gets to ever see her.
Oh, that's kind of romantic.
Bro, what a loser.
Nah, man.
Lame, dude. That dude's lame, man. All right, make a move. Do or do not. There is no try.
And then Harold and Kumar also mentions to him like the whole time, like, "Oh, you should have made a move," blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, Kumar the whole time just like, dude, just talk to her, say something. Yeah.
So then we get to they blow the tire out, and they run off of the road again.
They run off the road again. So now they need like a rescue, and then ergo this boily, pimply dude who enters.
Yeah. So a tow truck shows up.
Yeah.
Silhouetted driver.
Ugh.
Which immediately I knew, like, okay, I thought immediately, like, silhouetted driver, it's going to be some celebrity.
Right.
It's going to come out. No. Just an absolute heathen.
When he showed himself, I heard you audibly disgust.
Oh, actually, in, like, a second, I actually gagged. I was out here gagging.
Yeah, because he was, like, popping a boil on his neck
Oh, yeah, dude, fuck. So he like comes out covered in boils. He looks like a shitty Woody Harrelson. And he's got like long hair. And he's just I've never seen so many like pimples and boils on somebody. And he also has this huge lump on his I guess that was a boil. On his neck, and it's massive and it moves, it like pulsates. It's like
God.
Yeah, it's like crazy.
Yeah. Yes, and then, he's the one who picks him up and like saves him, and he's like, let me tow your car to my place and I'll fix it for you.
Yeah. And that was when they're in the tow truck, they're sitting. It's like so it's only like, you know, the three seats.
Yeah.
So they're all right next to him, and they're looking at his face, and it's like pus is literally just pouring out. Ugh. It was disgusting, dude.
Oh my god.
So you got it bad with the big poops.
Yeah, you got
I got it bad with big boils.
With the big boils. You got boils, I got poops.
Yeah, boiled poops.
Boiled poops.
And so
so we get we got so much to fucking talk about. Okay.
Oh wait, and then when they're there,
so now they get to the house, and then they now as they're going in, the dude's like, oh, don't worry, I'll fix your car. You go inside and make yourself home. You know, mi casa, su casa. You know, make sure to, you know, say hey to my wife and just don't do anything I wouldn't do. It's kind of like what he says. And they took that as like, did he just say we could have sex with his wife? And then they go in there and they kind of start getting fellatio services from said wife.
They do not.
Well, that's what I heard.
Oh, yeah, no, she does not blow them.
Oh, I thought full-heartedly that they did.
Yeah, so she's like chatting with them, and then she's like, well, they walk in and she's like facing the other way, and then she turns around and she's like, babe.
Yeah.
And she's chatting with them, she's like pulling down her shirt, and eventually she takes her top off. Boobs.
Really?
Yeah.
We got boobs. Boob count of this movie is.
So I did have to see the boils. I did also get to see.
Well, I heard the shits, and luckily I got to hear the boobs, so, I guess we're even.
So, yeah, and then the guy walks in as she's like, things are getting hot and heavy with the three of them.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Harold and Kumar have this moment where they're just like, are we going to do this together?
Yeah, because she says, she's like, they're like, oh, it's cool, we're going to have sex. She's like, no, I want to do it with both of you at the same time. And they both have to have that moment, like every guy's ever probably had, of like, could we have a three-way together? You know, it's like, and then, so they start like making.
When have
rules.
You had this moment?
I've had this moment with, I guess not you, thankfully, but I've had this moment with some of my other guy friends of like, would we ever have a three-way? You know, you got to think about it because if you're.
Like, I've never been in the situation where it's like happened, but like someone will raise the question, like, "Yo, dude, if it happened,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Would you?" And
exactly,
like,
that's it. Usually a lot of drinks are involved.
Put his head back in the toilet and you just give him a good old pat.
Yo, I had a dude when I was growing up that was just like randomly, like we weren't drinking or anything. He was just like, yo, Evan, I want you to know, like we were saying goodbye to each other, like I'll see you later. He was like, yo, I want you to know, like you're one of the only dudes that I'd ever have a three-way with. I was like, what? And he was just like, and he was like, no, like no homo, you know, but like, you know, like I could see his Eiffel Tower and stuff. And I was like, what are you? Who are you? But I didn't talk to that dude again. That was weird, man.
That's a hell of a thing to say to someone as a goodbye. I might start using that.
Yeah, just be like, hey, all right, man, see you later. Hey, just so you know. Just so you know. I want to look into your eyes.
You might not be the only one, but I would. The list might be long, but you're on it.
But you're on it. Top 10. Weird, man. Weird dude. But, okay, so let's bypass the house, because it gets weird and stuff.
Well, then I raise you the question, Evan. If the situation were to happen.
Oh, man. No.
Thank God, dude.
I don't think I could.
We live together.
Yeah, we live together.
Oh, another thing in this movie when I thought they were roommates. Is it's like a thing in movies where like guys who are roommates are just always naked around each other.
That's so weird. Yeah, no dudes.
Never. So like, granted, I've always had the same roommates.
Yeah.
But never happens.
Never happens. Never would happen.
It's also a thing in movies though where, you know, whenever girls have a sleepover, they're naked, and I doubt that ever happens. But like,
you take that back. You take that back right now.
But that happened at the very beginning of the movie. Like, Kumar was at Harold's apartment, like, measuring his dick.
Oh no, he was shaving his pubes.
Yes, he was shaving his pubes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like Harold walked in and was just like, "Oh, dude, what?" And Kumar turned around and was like, "Oh, what's up, dude?"
Yeah, no, yeah, they do it in like that awkward moment.
Yeah,
they're just like naked around each other, and it's just like, no, dude. I'm sorry to shatter that for any females listening. All 3 females that listen to this, listen.
Or dudes.
Well, a dude knows. A dude's not gonna be like, what?
Yeah.
When I get a roommate, I don't get to be naked. Like.
Yeah, that's true. You know.
The dude already is thinking that, but
we're giving people, we're breaking the Santa to them. You know, we're telling people.
Yeah, this is the Santa Claus.
Hey, this never happens, and someone's getting crushed.
Sorry to be the tooth fairy, bad news. So, okay, so they end up, like, running out of the house, because then the dude comes in, and he's like, oh, let's have a 4-way. And then they run
out. Yeah, so the ugly boily guy comes in, and I thought, like, oh, he's going to have to chase them out.
Yeah.
But no, he gets naked.
Yeah, he's like, okay. It's like, oh, whatever for it. Then they run out, and then they get their car back running, right? And they're driving down the street, and then they see someone hitchhiking, right? And they pick up a hitchhiker, and then this is insert Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, Neil Patrick. It's
the guy who plays Barney from How I Met Your Mother, which makes sense because Kumar was in How I Met Your Mother, like in future years.
But Neil Patrick Harris, correct me if I'm wrong, but played Neil Patrick Harris in this movie.
Neil Patrick Harris played a version of Neil Patrick Harris. So his name was Neil Patrick Harris. They talked about all the roles he did.
Okay, and he was a celebrity. Okay.
He was a celebrity. However, he was like, oh, dude, I dropped acid a few hours ago. Someone threw me out of their moving car. I've just been wandering, freaking the fuck out. All I want right now. His words, not mine. I apologize because I hate this word. All I want right now is some mad pussy. Ugh. Which is not Neil Patrick Harris. If you know anything about Neil Patrick Harris, he's gay and married to a dude. Like, he's not that at all.
Those things tend to overlap.
A little bit.
In man, yeah.
But... So he just like is horned up and it's just like, oh, there's a strip club around here. So it's like it is him, but it's not him.
Right.
And so they have to deal with him. So they end up like going to a gas station. And they go inside, leave Neil Patrick Harris in the car. God, we really got to speed this up. We're running out of time here.
We're almost to the end. Right. Oh wait, and then so they go to this gas station, and while they're in there, the douchey guys are there.
Yeah.
And they start holding up the gas station.
Yeah.
So Harold and Kumar decided to leave.
Right.
And they come out and their car is gone.
Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris takes their car, which comes in later, but...
And then the douchey guys come out of the store and they're like in a tussle with somebody.
Yeah, they're like bullying someone again. And Kumar stands up and then gets like punched in the face, right?
I don't recall him getting punched in the face. I actually recall Kumar like just came in, like said something as a distraction. Harold ran to the douchey guy's car.
Oh. Got
in it and took it, and then Kumar hopped in with them. So then they had a car to get to White Castle.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that was a little bit later. That was after the police station and stuff.
Oh, fuck. I forgot all about the police station.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. We still got a lot here.
Yeah.
This movie, for an hour and 27 minutes, did a lot in that hour and 27 minutes.
Oh, shit, the police station.
Yeah, so in this moment, Kumar, like, tries to stand up, and I think he gets, like, shut down. And then they see, oh, Neil Patrick Harris stole our car. And then they try to jaywalk to get to a phone booth, and then a cop shows up.
Literally, Harold took a step into the street, and a cop showed up. And I think the cop knew them.
The cop knew them. He's like, oh, Harold and Kumar, y'all smoking again? Come on, down to the station.
Yeah.
And so he took them down to the station. So now they're in the police station. They're in jail. This is one of the other central themes that was, like, weird about this movie. That was like, all of a sudden, you're like, wow, this is deep. They meet this, like, he says he's an overweight black dude, right? In jail.
Okay.
And they're like,
self-proclaimed?
Self-proclaimed. Oh. He said it, not me. And he was in there, and they were like, oh, what are you in here for? And he was just like, man, he was like, I'm in here because look at me. He was like, because of my color. You know, he was like, I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, he was like reading a book about like criminal justice.
Yeah. He was so, he was just like, and they were like, he told him the story about how he got arrested and how it was all fucked up and bullshit. And Kumar was like, how are you not pissed off at that? And he was like, well, because the universe... Harold. It was Harold. And Harold was like,
Harold got arrested for it.
Yeah. He was like, how are you not pissed off at that? And he was just like, man, look, the universe, whatever will happen in the universe will happen. You know, he's like, if I got mad at every little thing that happened to me, I'd just be a mad person. He's like, that's not worth it.
Not at all what I thought was happening.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like, weirdly, you're just like, this movie has gems in it. Like, sprinkled little, like,
messages.
Gems. Yeah. And you're just like, what? This movie is about... I mean, it's a stoner comedy.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day. And it's like,
I did not think that was what happened. I thought something funny happened.
It was, like, really deep. It was, like, deep and then, like, a few jokes here and there, you know, but, like, it was deep.
So I thought Harold got in there for jaywalking, and this guy who was, like, reading a criminal justice book and, like, dressed nicely was in there for, like, something lame as well. So I thought he, like, didn't return his library book. So I thought the whole joke... I thought, like, the whole umbrella of the joke was...
Oh, no.
These cops just arrest people for lame shit.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
I mean, they do. They were fucked up cops. They, like, arrest people for, I mean, very wrong reasons.
Yeah.
But, like, serious wrong reasons.
And...
so then they end up, like, breaking out of the police station. Right.
Yeah, so Kumar comes in with... Oh, because while Harold is there, the guy who sold Kumar weed and the security came up is in there getting processed.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
cool. And Kumar comes in for some reason, but brings a distraction. Like, he comes in and shouts something, and then all the cops leave. And so that kid's weed is on the table.
I forget what he shouts. I remember that, though. I remember he came in and he did have a distraction, but I don't remember what he said.
Yeah, so he comes in.
Makes sense.
That kid got processed, so he's gone. And they left his weed as evidence on the table.
Yeah.
So then all the cops run out, and Kumar runs in, and he sees the bag of weed, and it's this montage of, like, Kumar having a fantasy of him in a big, massive bag of weed with arms and legs. And they're, like, dancing.
Oh, I remember hearing that. You were laughing,
funny.
and it was so out of place. I remember hearing that, yeah.
It was so funny because it was, like, a whole arc of their relationship. So they're dancing in, like, in their yard. They, like, wake up in bed together. And then they're, like, they get married. They have a blast. And then there's, like, another shot of, like, him working. And his bag of weed wife, bringing him coffee. He tastes it, and he spits it out, and he fucking hits her.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh my God. And they get in this, like, huge argument. Him and this bag of weed wife that he has.
What the hell?
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, they had, like, an entire arc. And so he, like, goes and he grabs that, and he grabs the keys, and he lets Harold out. But then, as soon as he opens the door, the cops come in and just start, like, practically beating on the other guy.
Yeah, I remember that. They were like, what are you doing? But the dude was still really calm about it. That one dude, he was just like, okay.
Yeah, he was, like, reading his book while it was happening.
Yeah. That was anyway. That was that was upsetting.
Yeah, at first I was like, oh my gosh. What? Yeah. And that was, like, a little bit dark. And I was like,
yeah,
I didn't get
dark.
The first part, so...
Now you know, like, how dark it really is.
Yeah.
It was, like, dark. That was really dark. Then they escape from the police station, and then they run into, like, a cheetah.
Yes. They somehow run into a...
Yeah, in case this movie wasn't already off the rails.
Or, like, a leopard or something.
They say cheetah.
Oh, they do?
They say cheetah, but they're also idiots, so it could have been a dog, for all I know.
And they're also, like, high.
Yeah, they're high and, like, having, like, an acid trip or something.
I don't even know.
I think the weed that they got from that dude was laced. But they end up having a cheetah. Harold, like, rides the cheetah for a second.
They both ride it. They're both riding the cheetah, yeah. And then Harold passes out. And apparently it must have been, like, one big trip. Because in Harold's dream, the cheetah is, like, licking him. Yeah. But then we, like, have a shot, and it's Kumar licking Harold awake.
Oh, so I wonder if there even was a cheetah.
Yeah.
Whoa, now we'll never even know, because we have, like, half the story.
Yeah.
All I heard was cheetah, and I heard cheetah noises. And now hearing that, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Damn. And then this is where they steal the douchebag's truck.
Oh, okay. So then the douchebags are at the gas station.
Yeah, and then they steal the douchebag's truck.
Which, for some reason, had, like, a very blatant hang glider on it.
Yeah, which comes in handy once...
Which is a tool.
Because then the police start chasing them. Yeah, the police like, oh, these are the douchebags that have been terrorizing the city. Let's get them. And so they start chasing them, and then... So that's why... And then they get to the cliff. Like, if they get to a cliff, I imagine.
Yeah, they end up at a cliff.
And then they're like, we'll take the hang glider.
But at the bottom of the cliff, you see White Castle.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
It's in the middle of nothing. So first, they get to this cliff, and at the bottom of the cliff, it's just darkness, and in the middle of all of it, there's just a White Castle that's glowing. So then they're like, we'll take the hang glider from this truck. And then as the cops are coming, they, like, take the hang glider off of the cliff. But then it's, like, this long scene of them hang gliding through, like, the forest, and, like, there's all this lush wilderness.
Well, you know why? Because this was a big moment. This was the moment where they learned how to get high without weed.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that was, like, the whole, like, joke. I think Kumar said that. He was like, look how high we are. And it was like, you've been hearing him say that the whole movie of, like, let's get high. And then, like...
Finally, they're high.
They're finally high. Altitude. And
yeah, and then the next shot, they're at White Castle.
They're at White Castle, but they don't have no money.
They lost all their money. I saw they didn't have their cards or something.
So immediately, they have no money.
Neil Patrick Harris walks in.
Boom. Barney Stinson
walks in, and he pays for their food, and then it's a shot of, like,
you know what he says?
What does he say?
He literally goes, so first of all, Harold and Kumar walk in and go, hey, can I get, each individually goes, I want 30 White Castle burgers. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And then they realize they don't have money, and then Neil Patrick Harris walks in, and they're like, oh my God, Neil, and they literally say this, they go, dude, where's my car? And then he goes, and then the other goes like, yeah, dude, where's my car? And they like go back and forth as if like they're riffing on the.
Wait, is he in that movie?
No, but like I guess they were like, cause that's like a stoner comedy as well. Dude, where's my car? It's actually on our list, by the way. We're gonna do that one day, hopefully.
Yeah.
Dude, where's my car? So it was like a cool moment of like, oh, that's ironic because we were just talking about that before the movie started. Like,
yeah, that's true.
We should do that movie one day. So then you said there's a mountain of like burgers.
There's a mountain of empty cartons next to them.
They ate it
and
all.
Like then they leave and their car is outside because Neil Patrick Harris brought it back.
Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris is like sober now and he's just like, sorry guys, I was an asshole last night. And they were like, yeah, you stole our car. He's like, yeah, that's what I was referring to, and I said I was an asshole. He's like, I brought it back. Let me pay for you guys' food and stuff. And, yeah. So. And
then they drive home.
Well, first the dude's coworkers come in. Harold's coworkers come in.
Oh, as they come out of White Castle.
Yeah.
Harold's coworkers show up. Yeah, the ones that are rude.
This completes his like his career arc of like then Harold tells off the coworkers because he sees that the coworkers are just out having fun, and the only reason they threw all that work on him was so that they can go out and party. And so he tells them off like really well. He's just like, next time you want to give me your work, I'm fucking going straight to the boss because you're a piece of shit and like it's not gonna happen.
Oh,
anymore.
That's cool.
Like he just straight up like went off on him. So he got his balls back.
Nice.
And so then they go home, right?
So then they go home and they're in the elevator with
Maria.
They're in the elevator with Maria.
Yeah.
And Harold immediately like tenses up because he also looks like a mess. He's like got scratches all over his face. He's wearing like dirty white t-shirt.
Yeah, he's been
and
there a
then
lot.
Kumar gets out of the elevator and he looks at Harold and goes, talk to her. And Harold says something to her in the elevator, and then I believe they start making out.
Yeah, so Harold just kind of goes like, look, Harold tells her straight up, like, look, best part of my day is the moment where our timelines get to link up and I get to see you in this elevator. And I know we've never talked before, but I think you're really awesome. And I'm just going to go for it now because that's what I've learned tonight is you should just go for things. And then he just like kisses her. And then
so he kind of has like a whole character arc.
Yeah, he has an entire character arc, and like he finds his balls, he finds like
that's cool.
courage and stuff. And then meanwhile, Kumar realizes, I think right before this, Kumar's like, I think I want to be a doctor, and Harold's like, what? I thought you hated that, and he was like, yeah, but like, performing that like surgery on that dude at the hospital made me realize that I really do enjoy it, and I shouldn't hate it just because my dad's forcing me to do it. You know, and he has this like weird revelation of like, I think I do like it, but I just didn't want to like it because someone was forcing me to like it.
Oh, that's cool.
So then he decides like, all right, I'm going to become a doctor.
Huh, they change.
Yeah. And then Maria's like, okay, this is great. You kissed me, that's weird, but I like it. But I'm going to Amsterdam right now for like 10 days straight. Your timing couldn't be worse. And she's like, but I'll see you when I get back. And then Harold tells Kumar this, and Harold's like kind of all beaten down, like, damn, she's going away for 10 days. And Kumar's like, fuck it, let's go to Europe. And then that's like, I guess sets up the sequel.
I know there's other movies. I don't know if they...
Yeah, he's like, well, let's go to Europe. And Harold's like, what? Why would I go to Europe? And then immediately Kumar's like, because weed is legal in Amsterdam? And Harold just says, fuck it, let's go. And that's the movie. Huh. So, fuck, man, we got through that. I did not think we were going to be able to get through that.
Damn. First, I didn't think we would be able to get through it. One, because it's like, most of the stuff that happens in this movie is pretty similar. So I thought it would be very scattered.
Yeah, well, for all we know.
Yeah, for all we know, it is scattered. So
yeah,
we're
right.
sitting here like, whoa, no, we nailed that.
Yeah, no, people are probably listening like, what movie is this?
Yeah, but they made it this far.
Right.
And since they did...
You made it this far. You may have not, you may be confused, but since you made it this far, thank you so much. And while you're at it...
If you are confused...
Please... Wait, why are you confused? Please follow us, right, on Instagram.
Rate us 5 stars.
Rate us 5 stars.
Rate us 5 stars and let us know whether or not you were confused.
Yes.
In your review. As long as you get a 5-star rating. You were confused, you made it this far because you had a great time.
Right.
And
I had a great time. Did you have a great time?
I did.
All right, bet. So, yeah, please do, rate us 5 stars. Also, follow us on Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram. You can find Evan at EvanDuncan4 on Instagram and Twitter. And
you can find Hunter at HDS247, Instagram and Twitter. Also, make sure to follow us on our Instagram account, Hear No See No Movies, everything podcast-wise. We also have the Facebook account for that as well. You can also review us on Facebook. I know not all of our listeners have Apple Podcasts, and that's one of the big review ones. But you can also review us on Facebook, too. Yeah. So if you're a member of our Facebook page, which we do post a lot on there,
that's a great way to engage with us, and you can also make a review there.
Yeah, it's very motivating for us to have someone review,
And someone can post on that page if you have a movie idea. We get a lot of people will send us personal movie ideas, but the thing is, maybe we haven't heard of it. We also already have like a huge list, so we'll throw it in the list.
Yeah, sure.
But if you have a movie idea,
like me and Hunter have to not have seen it as well. That's the problem.
If you have a movie idea and you post it on the Facebook page, people who agree with that can like it, and maybe if enough people give a shit, I might too.
I might give a shit too. Who knows? And if Hunter gives a shit, I might give a shit.
Yeah.
And then it comes full circle. But like for instance, that one girl who commented on our Facebook page.
Who?
Anita, bro.
Yo.
Yeah,
Anita,
so we had
Anita, Evan.
We had this girl Anita give us like a 5-star review, just like you should. She's
and we
fantastic.
said we would shout her out.
We said we would shout her out. So hey, Anita Dump, thank you so much for shouting us out.
Big shout out to Anita Dump. Huge friend. And Anita Dump, it's such a relief, Miss Dump. Miss Dump, it's such a relief to hear from a fan.
It is such a relief.
Yeah.
I could just, oh.
So big love to you, Miss Anita Dump.
You really help loosen things up around here. I feel so lightweight. I just feel like on air after your comments. So thank you, Anita Dump.
I'm so glad we got that in there, dude.
We got it in.
I guess on that note,
this is an outro.